So you've fallen for someone that is significantly older than you. You know what? That is totally okay. In this video, I'm just going to give you a little bit of guidance on what to expect if you are dating an older woman. Hey everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Renee Slansky. I'm a professional dating and relationship coach, and I help you create the relationship that you desire and deserve. Now, I had a video go viral which was, does the age gap even matter? And I had quite a lot of men actually personally email me saying that they are dating older women or they want to date older women, and they weren't really sure if that's okay or what it is that they should expect. So here is my take on it. The first thing that you need to understand is that age, of course, isn't always necessarily an indication of compatibility. And I've spoken about this in my other two videos where I've talked about the age gap. Being the same age as someone usually means that you've probably emotionally matured around the same sort of level, or that you've had similar sort of life experiences so that you feel that you're on the same sort of page. If you are a younger guy and you're dating an older woman who's, say, maybe in her 40s or 50s and you're only in your 20s or 30s, then chances are she has gone through a whole lot more than what you have. So therefore she might actually relate to circumstances or things differently. Now, this can actually be used to your advantage because what it does is it grows you as a person and it also grows her as a person. Let's not look at our different life experiences as something that has to be a block in between a relationship. Relationships are always going to be difficult to some sort of degree because you've got two completely different humans who've experienced life completely different ways. This is about understanding that if you don't want it to be a block and you want to feel that you're on the same page and that you can relate to each other beyond just the chemistry or the feelings that you have for one another, then it's about learning to communicate. Communicate what your expectations are. Communicate what it is that you're feeling. Communicate in the way that you're trying to understand how they're relating to a certain issue and how you relate to it, instead of just assuming that you're always going to have this divide. Communication is glue of any relationship, and it's what actually helps you get on the same page. It's what actually helps you understand each other even more, despite the amount of age gap in between you both. Another thing you might have to understand is that if you are dating an older woman, depending on her age group, whether she's in her 30s or whether she's in her 40s even more so, is that she might be wanting to start a family if she already hasn't had one. Now, that's because as women, it kind of just kicks over as we head into our 30s and 40s where we want to have children. So if she's dating someone that is 10, 15, 20 years younger than her, then she's probably aware that he may not want the same sort of thing. And it's not about you feeling that you have to become a father just to please her because you want to keep her. This is also about understanding what you need and what you also expect in a relationship. But if you are dating a woman who is in that age group or at that time just in her life where she's wanting to start a family and she's wanting to have children and you're not there yet, then you need to talk about that with her and you need to come to either some sort of compromise or a decision of where your relationship is actually heading. Now, if the woman that you're with doesn't even want to have children, or maybe she doesn't want to get married and she's just basically someone that's already even done that, or she just wants to have a really good time and get to know you, then as your relationship starts to progress and you find that you're now in that stage of life where you want to get married and you want to have children and she still doesn't, again, that's almost like the reverse of what I just said before. You need to actually talk to her about what it is that you want, okay, and where it is that you are at your stage of life so that you can understand if it can actually work. Now, obviously, there are a lot of people out there who are dating women that are a whole lot older than them, and that's completely fine. You've got to understand, though, if there's any sort of significant age gap in a relationship, there's always going to be some sort of things that come up, such as scrutiny from other people, such as unmet expectations, different life experiences, and basically working out if you are on the same page, you're heading in the same direction, purely because you've started life at different times. Like any healthy relationship, you have to communicate what it is that you want and also understand what the other person wants. And there's always a certain amount of compromise that needs to come into relationships. But if there is a significant age gap, then there's usually sometimes things that people can't compromise on such, or some things that people can't actually fix or work on because they're just simply at a different stage in their life, whether it is their sex drive because they don't have the same energy level because they're in their 50s or 60s and you're only in your 20s and 30s, whether it is children, whether it is marriage, or whether it's just they feel they can't emotionally relate to where you're at purely because they've experienced so much more because they've been alive for longer. Well, there you go, guys. Hope that answered your question. I will actually be doing more videos specifically for you men on this channel. I do coaching over at The Attractive Man, which I highly recommend that you check out. But on my channel, I want to start answering some of your questions and knowing that I'm not leaving you guys out because I do coach men just as much as I coach women as well. So make sure you check out my other videos. Don't forget to subscribe. Give me a big thumbs up. Let me know if you want me to do a specific video just for you in the comments below, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.